you guys during your time. I wanted to share a new resource with you today called PebbleGo. But before we get in and talk about that, I want to show you something else new that we have called ClassLink. If you could, within your web browser, click to open a brand new tab, and then type in this web address, classlink.k12.ga.us. It will ask you to log in. It almost looks like it's learning. When you click on that link, it'll have where you put your username and password. Go ahead and log in there. As soon as you log in, it does pop up a little box asking you to confirm your password. It's only going to do this the first time, which if this is the first time you've used it, you'll see that today, but then any other time it won't make you confirm your password. The ClassLink is a way for us to organize and give easy access to the web applications that we use. This is kind of going to be our hub or our one-stop shop that we go to. So eventually, you will actually go to ClassLink and you would log in, and that's how you would get to its learning. We're not at that point yet, but that will be kind of coming down the pipes. And the nice thing is that when you log into ClassLink, it makes it so that when you click on some of these other applications, it automatically logs you on. So it's that single sign-on option. So when I log into ClassLink and I click on its learning, it's going to go ahead and log me into its learning and put me in that site. This is available for you to use now and also for your kids to use. So you could put the link for ClassLink within your learning course, and kids can click on that and then go through there to get to any of these online resources. Katie, because she's awesome, has actually on your staff information course linked a picture of this ClassLink screen to the website. So you can just take that picture and put that on your course, and the kids will click on the picture and it goes straight there. Now yours might look a little different than mine. It's all set up by school. So you're going to see all the apps for the things that you guys use at Cumming Elementary. I have a couple other ones in here just because I've been testing and playing around with things. But you should see all the ones that you guys use. Another nice feature with this is down here, we're right on our apps. But next to that it says My Files. If you click on My Files, since it's the first time, you're going to see a little pop-up. You can just X out that little pop-up. And then you'll see your home folder. If you click on that, that's your H drive. So you now have web access. The Citrix is, I know it's been kind of iffy, but now we can go through ClassLink and you'll be able to access that. You can also edit any web documents that you have up in the cloud because it has the web version of Office. So if you open up a Word document, you can actually edit it straight from within here. Because it's nice because not only do you have all your files here, but you also have all of those web applications in that whole one-stop shop for you and your kids. Okay, so we're actually going to look at PebbleGo, and that's one of our applications right here on our little ClassLink page. So go ahead and click on PebbleGo, and you'll see it automatically will log you into the site. PebbleGo is a database for nonfiction articles that you can use with your students. When you first open it up, you'll see you've got 4 different categories, and you can choose any one that you want to, but go ahead and click on one of the categories.
Amphibians.
And if you have your volume on, be ready, it's going to happen. Then you can click on your subcategory.
Fish. Basking sharks.
And then you can drill all the way down to where you have your actual article. So I'm looking at sharks. I've got a bunch of different articles here on sharks. I'm just going to click on the great white.
Great white sharks.
Alright, once you come in here, you'll see that you have different tabs for different pieces about what you're learning. So this is going to tell me about the body of the shark, the habitat. If you see any words in red, these are your glossary terms. You can click on it, and it'll pull up with the definition. That has the audio.
Shore, the place where the water meets.
And so does the article itself. So you can click.
Great white sharks live in oceans.
And they actually have tone to their voice. Kind of nice. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, under each article, you've got some media pieces and some print pieces. So looking at the print pieces first, this very first one is citing sources. In second grade, we may not have to cite all of our sources, but kids should know that we should be giving credit for work that we're using. So this is just a way you can show them, hey guys, this is where we're getting this information from. They could print that, or they can copy that, or you can just use that to show them that that's the resource that we're using. The next one is the article. So if you wanted to print a copy of the article, you can click on it and this will pop up. We have the choice to print the complete article, or I can just print the picture. When you click on print, it's just going to download it as a PDF. And then from the PDF, I can print, or I can save this, and then I can post it within its learning or somewhere else for parents to access if you wanted to have it at home. And then the last one for the print options is activities. If you click on this, it gives you some different activities. You would just click that print button. It's going to open the PDF just like before. You can use these as is. You can take these and take what it's asking you to do and make an assignment and it's learning with it. So you have some different options within that, but it's going to automatically generate that PDF. Now looking at the media resources with it, all of them will have a video. So if you click on this, it's going to pull up a video about that topic. And then the kids can click play and they can watch that video. And depending on a category, whatever else is here is going to be different. So I'm in the animals category right now. So if I click here, all of the animal categories are going to give me a map showing me where that animal can be found. So you can see all the places that you don't want to go on vacation for the great white shark. Now, if I'm in a different category, let's say I go to people.
Inventor. Teachers.
If you go into people and then you come down, you'll see I have all of those same print options. All of them are going to have that video, but this time I don't have a globe because this person is not located on certain places. This one is going to give you a timeline. And then if you click on it, it'll highlight the section that goes with it. So again, depending on the topic, you might have different media options, but all of them will have the video. And then the other one will go with the topic. Okay. All right, up here at the top, you'll see that as kids are kind of going through and they're picking out their articles, it creates these little breadcrumbs. So let's say I picked this person, but I decide later on that's not really who I want to do. Instead of going back to home and having to drill down again, if they just hover over each of these, it'll tell you all those steps. This brings me back to civil rights leaders. This brings me back to women. This brings me back to biography. So I can just click back at a certain place and navigate from there. So you definitely want to teach your kids how to navigate through a database. I think that's an important skill to learn anyway, but I am going to show you a little bit later how to get them straight to a piece that you want them to go to. So first, I'm going to go back to animals.
Amphibians.
And you'll see for each category, if you scroll down, you have games. All of the games that show are going to go with that category. So I'm an animal, so each one of these is going to be about animals. If I was in history, each one of these would be the topic about history. So it all goes with that topic. And you could click from there. You also have a question of the day. So the kids can click and look at the question of the day. And they can vote. And after they vote, I cannot believe that there are more no's than yeses. But they'll be able to see everybody who's voted on that question of the day. Their results are going to come up for them to see. Now, when it comes to searching, and they come in, if they want to see, ooh, is there something on sharks? They can come up here to the search box, and if they can get those first letters, you'll see it'll automatically pull up every article that it has that goes with that. So then I could say, oh, I want hammerheads, and I could click from there. Now, be careful, because if I go into biographies, and I come up and search for sharks, it doesn't have sharks, because it's only searching within that category. So make sure that they go to the right category before they do a search for what they want to find. Another cool thing, let's say your kids are learning about animals and they're going to do a project on animals. Maybe just to add some fun to it, you want them to randomly get an animal. They can come up here to this little spin wheel, and if they click it, it randomly will pull one up. If they don't like it, they can click it again. I don't like that one. And randomly pull up one. Kids love it when you do like random, what do I do next? Kind of options. So I'm going to let you play just for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to show you some more stuff. I'm going to show you guys a couple extra things with this. Once you get into a category, so I'm still in animals, but you can go in any one that you want. If you scroll all the way to the very bottom, you'll see down here in this green, it says Teacher Resources. It's kind of hard because it's yellow writing on the green background, but go ahead and click on Teacher Resources. Now, they do have some national standards listed there. We're not going to look at those because we don't need those. Those don't go with our standards. But for animals, and they have this for every single category within there, you'll see that there are some lesson plans. I'll just click on one as an example. They have the same format where they have the teach and modeling piece, then you have the guided practice, then the independent practice, and you even have an extend and enrich section. And then any pieces that go with it will also be there. So you have all those resources. You also have some reproductibles, so you can click on any of those items, and then those are all PDF versions as well. And then there are some videos. This student tutorial video is a video teaching kids how to use PebbleGo. So you could show your class that, you could put that in this learning and let them watch that on their own time, but that will walk through everything that they need to know. There's also a teacher video if you want to watch that. It's pretty much the same thing that I'm showing you guys today, but if you need a refresher later on, you can come within here and you can watch that. It will walk you through everything. So there are a bunch of resources in here for you to use. Now let's say I'm doing a project with my students and we're learning about sharks and I want them to use this article. But I don't want them to have to come in and go and search through all of the database to find this article. What you can do is you can open it up to the one that you want. You can come up here and we're going to copy this link. Then we can jump over to its learning in our course. Now, when we add this link in, you can just do it as a straight link. You just want to click on that link and it goes there. Or you can put it in a page and link words or link anything that you want. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a page. So I'm just going to add a content block. And I'm going to say, click on the picture to learn about sharks. So what I want to do is I want to get a picture to put within there. So I'm going to jump back, and I'm going to use my snipping tool. Is there anybody here who hasn't learned about the snipping tool before? I think I've shown most people. But I'll just kind of walk through again. If you come to your little window, I know it's probably my favorite thing, and start typing in the word snip, it's going to pull up your snipping tool. And this is where I would take that picture. And remember, for its learning, you actually have to save the image. If we were doing Microsoft or flip charts, we could just copy it and paste it right in. But for its learning, I have to actually hit the save button. So I'm going to save my shark. Then I'm going to come back to its learning. And to add your picture, you click on the little one that looks like mountains and a sun. And I'm going to upload my picture. Now be careful when you pick your picture. Automatically people think to click OK, but you have to scroll down because there's this little hidden upload and insert. You have to make sure you click that, and that's going to pop your picture in. So I'm going to link this picture to that article. So I'm going to highlight my picture. I can drag over it or I can click on it. I'm highlighting it first. Then I'm going to come to my little chain link button. And if I copy the URL, I'm just going to paste it in there. I think I lost my URL. And hit OK. Now, it doesn't look like anything happened, but when I click OK, and I close that block out, I can now click on it, and it's going to open right up to that article. So you can link to specific articles. Now, here's the thing. If kids have not already logged in, so they haven't used ClassLink, or maybe they're doing it from home, it is going to ask them to log in. Within your CES Staff Information course, look in your planner and scroll down, and I have a section here called PebbleGo. The very first resource right here is a page. And on that page, I have the username and password for your school. Every kid would log in the same way. They would type in coming as their username, school as the password, and then it's going to open up to that exact article that you want them to go to. Now, if they've already logged in, and then they click on it, it'll know it's already logged in and just take them straight there like it just did for me. But if they weren't logged in before, they would have to type this information.
So it's a one-time login?
I mean, if they shut the computer down and open it back up, they'd have to log in again. But if they're already logged in at that point, through ClassLink or through the web link, here's the link. And I went ahead and made these on here so you can copy them however you want. This isn't linked to Word, so you can copy that and put that in your course. This is linked to the picture, so you can put that in your course. And then this is just the URL. So I put it 3 different ways, but if you wanted to put a link straight to it from your course, the kids can actually click this way to access it too.
And that's when they would put in that username and password.
So if they've already clicked in it and they're logged in, then when they open it up, they won't have to put the username and password in because it's already logged in. But if they try to click on that item before they log in, it's going to ask for that username and password. So just like this one, click here to go to Langston Hughes. If I click on it, it's going to open straight up to Langston Hughes. Since I was already logged in, it didn't ask me to log in. So you can do direct links. Just make sure if they are not logged in or they're at home, that they have to enter this, and that will take them straight to that article that you want. I also have within that planner an example of an assignment called PebbleGo Frogs. If you click on that, it shows you the same thing. So here's my directions. I want them to click and read about frogs, then I want them to come back and click the answer button and write 2 things that they learned. If they're doing it from home, just in case, I put that username and password if they need it, then they have that. And they can just click there. It would take them straight to that article.
So if they're logged into It's Learning at home, and then they click the link, they will need the password?
Yes.
Okay.
If they're logged into PebbleGo already and they click it, then it should just take them to that correct article. But they have to be logged into PebbleGo first. But PebbleGo is different than It's Learning. So if they're just logged in It's Learning and they click it, it's going to make them log in.
But if they're logged into ClassLink, they go that way.
As long as they've gone to PebbleGo through ClassLink,
Right.
then yes, then they'll be logged in.
But if you go ClassLink, it's Learning.
Then it's not. I know, right? There are like a million scenarios.
Yeah.
Just go to PebbleGo. Once you're in PebbleGo, then you should be
If you
fine.
need a password, you know?
But like I said, I think it's important to teach your kids how to use a database. So I think they need to know, click on animals, and I'm going to click on amphibians. And they need to know those things. But for some of them, they may not know that frogs are amphibians. So it might be nice to have a direct link, but at some point also teach them how to do that as well. Any questions about PebbleGo or how you might use it? It's a great resource. There's a lot there. It's nice that it's nonfiction because we don't always have a ton of quick nonfiction resources. And then I like that audio piece, especially for the younger kids, if they have the option of reading it or do that audio version. And then any of those articles, you can always do the PDF and you can put that PDF, or you can print that out for students who don't have access to technology. So they can take that PDF version home and they can read it. They can still do what they need to do.